the only male assistant in a luxury cosmetics company, and I accidentally made my CEO want to date me. I only applied for the job to pay rent, never expected to be eye candy in a high-rise filled with alpha women and $1,000 serums. But the real surprise came when my cold, calculating CEO leaned across the conference table one day and whispered, "I don't know what you're doing to me, Elijah." It started the way all dumb decisions do, half out of desperation, half out of spite. I just lost my third job in 8 months thanks to a jealous ex who didn't understand the meaning of "it's over." So when a listing popped up for an executive assistant at Beleza Luxe, a billion-dollar cosmetics empire known for female leadership and toxic HR, I applied as a joke. And then I got the job. Imagine being the only Omega in a building full of alphas who treated foundation launches like military operations. I was a unicorn. They said quirky, brave, progressive. What they meant was someone to side-eye in the elevator, to volunteer for weekend shifts no one else wanted, and to conveniently forget about when the Christmas party invite went out. But I wasn't hired to make friends. I was there to survive. And the one person I had to survive most was him. Julian St. Clair, CEO, beta, tall, lethal in a three-piece suit and rumored to have made a senior manager cry with just one glance. We didn't talk much that first month. Just clipped instructions over his shoulder, signed memos tossed onto my desk, and the occasional eyebrow raise that made me question all my life choices. But then something shifted. It was the night of the investor gala. I was assigned to shadow him not because I was competent, but because the other assistants were sick. I wore a blazer 2 sizes too big, borrowed shoes that pinched like hell, and spent the night balancing canapes I couldn't afford to drop. At one point, I caught him watching me. Not in the "you're embarrassing the company" way I expected, but in a quiet, puzzled way. Like he was trying to remember if he knew me from somewhere. Like he was thinking about me. That's when the rumors started. Elijah's sleeping with Julian. No wonder he got hired. Bet he's an Omega in heat and Julian's just waiting to pounce. They hurt, but not as much as the truth. Because I was starting to like him. Not the position of power, fantasy nonsense kind of like. No, the real kind. The kind that twisted my stomach when he said my name. The kind that made me linger outside his office just to hear his voice. And he noticed. "You've been acting strange," he said one Friday, looking up from his monitor. "Is it something I've done?" I shook my head, too afraid to speak. He frowned, then softened. "If anyone's giving you trouble, Elijah, tell me. I don't tolerate harassment. Not in my company." That was the first time he used my name with warmth. The next week, he started asking about my lunch preferences. Then came coffee orders written in his own handwriting. The one afternoon in early spring pulled me into his private office, locked the door and said, "I'm breaking a dozen policies just thinking about you. Say something to make me stop." Couldn't. I didn't want to. That kiss was dangerous. We didn't date, not officially, but we spent late nights together reviewing budgets, with candles he'd ordered from the Beleza Spa collection. His hand always found mine when the cleaning staff was gone. I didn't feel like his assistant anymore. I felt seen. But secrets rot in corporate walls. It wasn't long before someone snapped a photo leaving his car at midnight. The next morning, HR called me in. "Did you seduce him?" the director asked. She was an alpha with the scent of lavender rage. "I didn't. Because we can't afford a scandal. You're replaceable." "He's not." I was suspended pending investigation. He tried to fix it. Marched into HR, slammed doors. But when the board got involved, he was given a choice. Step down or end whatever was happening. He didn't even call me. Just sent one message. "I'm sorry." I went home, packed my things. Didn't cry until the 3rd day. Then the press got wind of it. The story exploded. Omega assistant accuses Beleza CEO of favoritism. Whispers of romance shake billion-dollar brand. St. Clair resigns amidst speculation. I was painted as a social climber, a homewrecker, a liar. He lost everything. And I disappeared. Took a barista job in Brooklyn. Changed my number. Tried to forget. But one rainy afternoon, A familiar scent cologne and sharp longing drifted into the coffee shop. I turned. Julian. Hair wet, suit damp, but eyes still soft for me. You left, I whispered. They made me choose, he said. And I chose wrong. I didn't speak. I want to build something new, he said, voice shaking. A brand. Small. Honest. I want you with me, Elijah, not as my assistant. As my partner. My heart cracked open. You're insane, I said. He smiled. Completely. For you. We started over. In a rented studio with peeling walls and dreams too big for our budget. We launched Veritia skincare line with ethics, transparency, and our story woven into every label. People bought it. Because love, it turns out, sells too. Now, when customers read the little note on the back of each bottle, they don't know the full truth. They just read, built from courage, made with love. But I know, it was built from a mistake. And I'd make it again. Every damn time. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.